I'm gonna hide our color wheel and our cat Cam because she's not here at the moment, and I guess our pan drum. I guess our pan drum will be hidden as well. Hopefully everyone is doing good today. I'm gonna reset some of our candles, and I think we'll be good. So that'll give everybody a minute just to show up. It was a quick change of season today. It started out pretty chilly, and then by the end of the day, it got warm. So I went outside and, well, I had been going outside anyway, but I actually went outside today and spent some time out in the sun, just kind of chilling. Just kind of chilling. Which was nice. It was nice to have the time to just absorb some of the warmth from the sun. Was extremely nice today. And just sitting on the grass, so it was one of my favorite times of the day today. We're just gonna do a couple more things here, and then I'll get started painting. Hey, not your fan. Welcome in, hon. How are you? How are you feeling? I have just a couple more items to get ready, take care of. If anybody else has ever grown bonsais before, like bonsai trees, hey Tara, welcome in, hon. If anybody else has ever grown bonsai trees before, it's really interesting. They're kind of touchy and resilient at the same time. If anyone else has tried to grow a bonsai before, I think they know exactly what I'm talking about. You just got off work, and now you're gonna do some gardening. That's so nice. Not your fan, that's so nice. I hope you enjoy your gardening. I should get some, I would like to buy some seeds for gardening, but, I can't justify spending money at the moment. I can't justify spending money at the moment. But that's definitely a good idea. Hey, Forest Fairy, welcome back. Hi. Oh, that's right, we should draw let's end the giveaway and draw it so people at least know who the winner is. Let's do that really quick. Wow. Do you notice I'm not wearing a beanie today? I'm not wearing a beanie today. I'm not wearing a sweater today. You want to know why? Because it's actually stinking hot up here right now. I almost put my hair up. It was a complete turnaround in the weather. Hope everyone's having a great day. Aw, thanks, Pete. That's so sweet. Check out Meg Gardner. Their seats are 99 cents. Really? Huh. Interesting. 99 cents. I guess the seats wouldn't be the expensive part. It would be the I guess it depends on how you want to do it. Let's go to giveaways. I was gonna say, I was thinking about doing a raised one. Now, the last I remember... Okay, so you can no longer enter the raffle. That's true, yeah. MyGardner.com is in... MI is in Michigan, not your fan. Oh, okay. Well, maybe they would have good deals then. Maybe you can get, like, especially during this time, like special discounts. Everyone start growing your own food. Yeah, but in Michigan it gets cold and it's not always, I really probably shouldn't plant anything until May, to tell you the truth. With Michigan. Anyway, I closed the entries for the giveaway, so we're gonna draw our winner currently for the giveaway, and I will update this person as soon as I'm, like, I guess, open and okay and comfortable with sending mail outside of my home. Oh, we need to start seeds now in Michigan, but it's still kind of a frost. We're gonna pick a winner. Did you see that? My last frost date is in June. Nice. Hey, Wheel. Is Griswold in here? Is Griswold here? Griswold is the winner. Did the chat tell you that Griswold is the winner? Yeah, Griswold has won. I'll tell him. I'll find a way to let him know. Yeah, until it's consistently over 50. That's kind of what I heard too. Forest Fairy. Yeah, you want to make sure it's not gonna freeze. Welcome in, Wheel. We're talking about gardening. We also did our giveaway raffle. Griswold was the winner, which is freaking awesome. I'm very excited about that. So, I guess if you guys have in contact for Griswold, I don't know if Griswold's in Discord. I'll probably have to, like, private message them and let them know. Hey, Miss Sin. How are you, dear? Welcome in. Hi, Muriel. Welcome in. Hi. Hey, Crazy Bro. Oh gosh, everyone's showing up now. Hi. Oh, you start indoors. Okay, so Not Your Fan starts planting stuff indoors. I'm gonna mark this giveaway as complete. So it was Griswold, so when Griswold comes in, we'll have to congratulate them like 1,500 times. Hi. Are you good, Crazy Bro? How's everyone feeling today? Is everyone... What was everyone's favorite part of the day? That's what I want to know. I did a meditation outside today in the sunshine, which was actually really good for me. It was nice to feel the energy and the warmth and the coziness. It was very nice. Fancy seeing you again, Sin. I'm so glad to have all you here. Hey, Brylas. welcome to the treehouse, hon. You will be unlocked of chat in approximately 10 minutes. You went to run errands, did you really? Aww. Oh, you bought sunflower seeds for summer? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. We're gonna turn this down again. Welcome in. Polyvox. Hey, Polyvox. Your name sounds kind of familiar to me. Welcome in, dear. Welcome to Treehouse. You went to run errands. Aw. It's a special painting, Crazy Bro. I know. I know. It's, it has a lot of energy in it, that's for sure. I was realizing earlier, though, that, I wanted it to have, a little more of a medium purple. So what I'm gonna do right now is just lay in another layer of purple. We need something to have a little more of a medium, kind of layer in here. So you shoved your face with food and watched some Hulu. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Oh yeah, love, frustration, questioning, chaos, order, answers. Is that what you see, Crazy Bro? Is that what you see in here? I can see that, yeah. Hey Steve, welcome in, hon. I'm excited to see you. Welcome back. Sleep is half of the gains for the workout. Oh, interesting. You saw flames and tentacles at the same time. Oh, with our orange? Interesting. Interesting. So it looked like it could be a creature or flames. Sin is saying that the orange could have been a creature or flames. They've been, the painting is called Soul Flames. I'm okay with people taking whatever interpretations they need to. That's why it's kind of so broad. Oh, your exercise to sleep ratio? It's not. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, he does. Yeah, Steve does play a good piano drum. That's okay, Mariel, if you have to go for a minute. Yeah, and Steve's a really nice guy, guys. Steve has let us, play his music on Spotify before on stream. So Steve is just an all-around nice guy. All-around nice guy. If you have not heard his music, you are missing out. Also, I host him when we're not live, and he's on my host list because I just like it so much. Picasso would say, now when seeing this painting, I have found my teacher. You're so silly. Crazy bro. You first saw fireworks and flames. I get fireworks a lot with this one. I get fireworks a lot. Fireworks comes in a lot. And butterflies. OSB, fluffy ball flying into things from those dandelions, and then flames into tentacles. That's cool. It kind of emerges as it kind of needs to. Is how I kind of look at it. I realized I couldn't really have any, I guess, light. Like, the whole space needs to be full, which is why I'm adding another purple layer down. It makes your imagination flow. That's good. Sam, that's good. That's a good thing. I think so, anyway. we wouldn't get that kind of effect from the painting if we were judging whether or not we were painting it correctly. You know what I mean? Like, all those things wouldn't come through if we were harshly judging it and like telling the painting, no, you need to be this in particular. We wouldn't get people seeing what they're seeing, you know? You can watch the old ones, Steve, if you need to. I'm glad you think it's relaxing, though. I'm glad you think it's relaxing. Intuitive painting for the win. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, bunnies. Welcome back, dear. How are you? It's gonna be weird, because as it gets warmer, you guys are gonna see more and more of my arms. You think you see my arms now, just wait. It's gonna get hotter and hotter in this attic. Then all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, I never saw Luna's shoulders before. What is this? More and more of the windows? I kind of keep the window shut because the brightness comes in so harsh and the camera has a hard time knowing what to focus on with that light back there. So I don't think I'll open the window unless we do a different kind of stream or we get a different setup. Which I've thought about doing a couple of overhead views of the campus. So like, but it depends on how we want to I'd have to rearrange my whole area to do that, to get that to work. Bunnies is amazing. Bunnies is amazing, yes. Aww. Thank you, Clockwork. You are always so sweet. You'll be watching the theater play Jane Eyre 6 days at 7 p.m. Really? You have been looking into Ashtra, which is a reformed Norse religion. Have you really? I hope that suits you. I hope that suits you. For your highest purpose. I hope it does. I hope it does. I've done a lot of research. Well, I always kind of did some research because I was always into Greek mythology. And particularly Artemis, or Diana, however you want to call her. Depends on what name you want to give her, right? But I kind of started doing that again more recently, looking back into it. It's just been interesting, some of the correlations. You hear your name, I know, Missin. That's true. Yeah. And as long as it's serving you and your heart, it makes your heart feel complete and full. You know what I mean? And it's doesn't have an intention of causing, you know, any disruptions with other people or anything like that. I don't see anything wrong with it, you know. I've said this before, Clockwork, I think the infinite God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, I don't think it really cares what name we give it, and I think it will present itself to us however it needs to in order for us to feel a comfort, you know, comfortable and be comforted. Other than that, I don't think they're really gonna, you know what I mean? I don't think they really care. this is relaxing. Yeah, who doesn't love bunnies? I totally agree. Hey, Otissia, please. Welcome in, dear. Yeah. So we'll draw a crystal oracle card for Clockwork, who always just has such lovely things to say. And then we'll continue with our painting. I am making this a little bit darker though. It's adding a little bit more depth than what it had originally. Oh my gosh. Sin. So what kind of, I guess you don't need a question for that oracle card. We can just go ahead and grab one for you. Clockwork. So if you're new to the stream, welcome to the treehouse. I do painting and chatting. We are most always extremely relaxed. In the evening, though, I do switch things to ASMR, and we are more mindful of our noise level. But it's pretty much the same, regardless. You can use channel points for card redemptions. And these cards just have really good insight and guidance. So that's what Clockwork has used to get a mini card reading, basically. So we'll go ahead and do that for Clockwork. Our goal is to draw the best card out of the deck for Clockwork in regards to whatever situation they may need some guidance on. So we want the best card out of the deck for Clockwork. The best message and best guidance is what we're looking for on the deck. Can't do that while I'm shuffling. Bunnies. Oh, interesting. This one's a good one. Thank you, bunnies. Gosh, thank you so much for that gift sub. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Clockwork, hon. This is your card. It's Zephyros Green Quartz. You could look up angel number 50 if that's something that you like to look into. I'm getting a feeling of like You have a very, like, genuine, caring, kind of almost motherly, nurturing kind of energy with you. I'm kind of getting that that is your strongest asset, so don't be ashamed about that. At the same time, I'm also getting a little bit of that part of you is a little bit hurt right now. So maybe focus on some healing for that as well. So what we'll do is go into the book, but that's overall what I'm getting. It could be that you are maybe giving that to too many people at the moment, and it's a little bit draining, so it's okay to be selective. It's kind of what I'm getting at the moment. Like, right now, it's okay. Don't feel bad if you need to be selective with who you currently share that type of energy with. But we'll go into the book and read the book's message. That was kind of just what I was picking up just from the imagery. And like the overall kind of feeling. But the book will definitely have some good insight too. This is, you're gonna like this one. Oh, sorry, you saw my barefoot. Terms of service, you saw my barefoot. Alright. So, this card in the book, it does talk about life working within life's own terms, which is kind of what you mentioned even a little bit, at least the energy of it in your statement prior. When you said, I don't think I'm not a good person due to negative situations that you have been in. That's kind of like you saying bad situations don't make bad people, or, you know, bad situations don't necessarily have to be bad for you. This card is kind of repeating that as well. So life on life's own terms. Acceptance of our place in the world, heaven and earth. Everything that is meant to be will be. Hey, Brittany. Hi, guys. Welcome to the treehouse. Welcome. Hey, Dad Gamer. Welcome in, CJ. Welcome in, Bada. How are you guys feeling? Thank you so much for the raid. Can we get I'm gonna get a shout out for Brittany. I host Brittany while I'm not live, because Brittany is a really good artist, guys. She's got she was doing ASMR as a joke yesterday. Was that it? And actually had fun with it. So I like to rate her quite a bit. I watch her during the day. Aw, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that very much. Turned out to not be a joke. I know, because she enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Are you still working on you're working on the red car, aren't you? I think there's because Brittany has a art. What was it? You has procured the precious. Did you, Rutaru? Nice. You got some more work done on it. Yeah, and you're the one that has the art club. Thank you, CJ. Yeah, you knew what I was trying to get at. Yeah, she has the art club where you can join Discord, and you all have like the same reference image and see what you guys all create with that. Is kind of how it appears to go. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's how I understand art club. Which I think is really neat. But right now I'm reading a card for Clockwork. We just drew a card for Zephyros Green Quartz, which is interesting that you rated during this time, because I think this message can be like, this is guidance. This card has guidance to give, right? So this card is basically talking about what is meant to be will be. It's accepting our place in the world, on heaven and in earth. Everything that is meant to be will be, which is a very go with the flow kind of message, you know. Yeah, she does have really good crochet. I agree. So Clockwork, this does go to say, as long as we're human, we will always face times when the only choice we really have is to accept life on its own terms. I think you understand that. But in that acceptance lies the most precious treasure of all, the gift of the present moment, the gift of now. Bunnies, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now you'll earn channel points faster. I know Brittany likes to save up her points for cards. Now you can earn points faster. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. That's so kind. And Brittany is perfect. So it's the moment of now. So when we learn to accept things the way that they are and life in the way that it is, we allow ourselves to really accept the gift of the present moment. So surrender to this moment exactly as it is, and your heart will start to open. It will release what needs to be left behind as you join in a journey with the conscious universe, one that includes your own healing. Remember, something wonderful is waiting for you, but you must first be present in what exactly that is, so you can have this experience and receive the gift of recognizing that you are stronger than you know. When the wheel of fortune does eventually turn, you may look back on this moment as a crucial time for your growth. Very often, prayers that seem unanswered and unexpected twists of fate lead to our destiny, the destiny that the heart has always wanted. So trust now in this process of acceptance. Trust that the conscious universe has your back. What a beautiful card, Clockwork. What a beautiful card. That's a good one for you. I'm a little teary after reading that one. I think everybody needed to hear that message, honestly. All of our readers, I think everybody needed to hear that. Which might be why I'm tearing up a little bit. I think someone else did bunnies. You did a card right before the raid. So we'll do one for bunnies too. And then Brendan has a quadrant question. We can do that too, Brendan. What a peaceful, that was a peaceful message from that one. I really liked that card. So hopefully, Clockwork, that kind of gives you a pep in your step in order for you to, continue working on whatever it is you're working on. We'll draw a card for bunnies. And then Brendan is going to be after. Alright, bunnies. want to receive the best card out of the deck for bunnies, it's going to provide them with the best guidance that they can receive from the deck, with whatever it is that they want to be working on right now. So we want really good, clear guidance for bunnies at the moment. Please and thank you. Really good guidance for bunnies. Ooh, this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. I don't think I've ever pulled Sunstone. Oh my gosh, look at the numbers. Bunnies. Exactly, clockwork, yeah. And I think that might help you not be so inclined to maybe nurture as much too. Like, nurturing is good, but sometimes you can't nurture everybody because there's just too many, and you can just guide others on how to help nurture themselves this time, or just be open, available when you can, but don't hold any guilt for that. This time and everything is happening for a reason. And it's kind of just maybe helping other people accept that as well, right? Alright, Sin, enjoy your work, dear. Alright, bunnies, this is your card, dear. It's a Sunstone. You could look up angel number 55 if you wanted. If you see 55, 5, 5. Have you been seeing a lot of fives? I've been seeing fives like all the time, all the time. Ones, threes, and fives. Ones, threes, and fives. Ones, threes, and fives. This is card number 55. You could look up angel number 55 if you wanted. You see 333? Yeah. Hey kid, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Thank you so much for your follow. What else do we want to? Are there thunderstorms where you're at currently, bunnies? This is gonna sound really weird, but for some strange reason, what's standing out the most to me is the lightning. 5 feels blue in color, doesn't it? 5. Good. The sun finally came out today. Had it been? Had it been though? Or nitrogen, maybe? It was cloudy the last few days. Okay. There's something about lightning. It could correlate to nitrogen in specific. Or maybe what you need currently is to like embrace the energy of different weather types. So maybe if you are more inclined to always be out in the sun, you can also utilize the energies that, you know, maybe a nice rainstorm would offer you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting specifically like lightning or thunderstorms are going to be important for you to utilize in whatever way I guess you would see fit. You did go to the doctor and they did tell you you're lacking vitamin D. Well, that has everything to do with sun. It has everything to do with sun, but I don't know, for some reason lightning is really standing out to me. But this is very much like a pillar. Very much like a pillar. So we'll go to 55 and see what the book says, but I was specifically getting lightning with that one. Like, maybe don't always, Like, don't be afraid to, like, do whatever you need to do, even if it's, like, rainy. You know? Like, don't let that be an excuse to not do whatever you need to do. You're wanting to get Norse tarot cards? Are you in Discord? Clockwork? I mean, you don't have to be, but I know we were. One of us had shared some site that had. Oh shoot! I did it wrong. One of us had shared a site where. Thank you. Everyone's doing it now. Thank you, guys. One of us had shared a website where we can. Someone had like cards on deep clearance, so I don't know if there was Norse ones in there or not, but there might have been. So that's why I'm just sharing it in case that helps you. In case that site has like a really good discount. You're short on vitamin C for cash, Mariel. Nice. Me too. It's okay though. It's okay. I am focused on having enough at this very moment. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Polyvox, always good to hear Lynn in the song. Yeah. Now it can't be missed, yeah. Did I miss anything else? Alright. So here's what the message actually says for the Sunstone card. So this one says breaking through obstacles, freedom, overcoming limitations, and knowing that you can achieve what you want. Which one? What do you mean, which one, Mariel? What do you mean? Hey, Fairlight, welcome in here. I don't know if that's a mod one or not. I don't think it is, though. You think you call them northern divers? Oh, instead of loons? Nice. I think this is how it works, Fairlight. Follow age, and then you have to put at your name. I think this is how it works. There you go. Is that what you wanted? That's how it works. I'm not sure which one in the song. So this is about freedom, breaking through, achieving, overcoming obstacles and limitations. Limra, hey, welcome to the treehouse, guys. Good evening. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Limra, what is it that you do on Twitch? Lovely. Thank you for bringing your family. Every card reading has received a raid. I think maybe other people need to hear this message too, obviously, is what it is. Welcome to the treehouse, guys. I'm an intuitive painter. I do intuitively paint with watercolor, which means I don't have any idea what I'm painting. We just kind of play around and see what happens. So that's what we're doing right now. Well, we're actually reading a card right now. So if you want to hear some positive guidance for you, there you go. This is what. Tune in your ears and you can hear. Thank you for the shout out, Pete. You're gonna be bouncing in around while you cook. That's okay. I understand. Thank you guys so much for those new follows. Thank you so much. You can redeem points, channel points, for card readings, which is what a lot of my, you can, Pete, yeah, you can disable the 10-minute requirement, yeah, thank you. redeem channel points to get readings as well if you want. So that's what some of us have done. So this is a card for bunnies, talking about freedom, breaking through obstacles, and realizing the power to overcome limitations, and knowing that you can do it. Yes, Pete, we can, let me go to the dashboard. We can do that. Take off the, well, I don't know if it'll let me over here. But yeah, we can take off the 10-minute requirement right here. If that's fine, I'm okay with that. Bunnies, thank you so much for your sub. Thank you. It was a lemming raid? That is so cute. And that's probably why you guys weren't talking. That was so sweet. Thank you. Can you tell us what do you do on the lovely world of Twitch? I'll give you a bit of our time here. Thank you for choosing the treehouse to raid. Do you do ASMR as well? I figured. Nice. That's cool, man. I like the ASMR category. I'm noticing a lot of people utilizing ASMR in like more unique ways than before. You'll have to let me know if you agree. I'll have to check out your channel, honestly, is what I'll have to do. I'll have to check out the channel. So thank you very much. Yeah, it is. I have yet to meet anybody that's not. Honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but like I think I have yet to really meet anyone nasty on Twitch. I mean, honestly. I mean, at least people that like stream. Obviously, there's trolls, you know, but I think people that stream are just generally really good people. I do have singing bowls, so when I'm ringing them, they are singing bowls. So yeah, there's like there's 3 of them over there. Yeah. So we will, it is a nice sound, yeah. We'll finish this sunstone, and then, Lemra, since you came in and gave us a raid, I can draw a card for you as well if you're okay with that, but you don't have to. Just as I guess a thank you, right? And then, who else raided? Who raided before that? I should do that for that person too, but I already forgot who raided earlier. It's Streamer Brain at its worst. Hey historian, welcome to the treehouse, dear. So bunnies, this is saying that any of us can become used to feeling restricted. When we feel we have potential to move beyond limitations. We can often stare in disbelief at an open door of a cage that has held us in captivity for far too long. For far too long. Have you succumbed to the illusion of the scarcity consciousness, inaccurately seeing yourself as stuck in old patterns, perhaps telling yourself that the situation is the same maybe as it's always been, when the truth is that it's actually begun to shift for you. I haven't done yours yet, Brendan. I haven't done yours yet. Was it Mercy? Is Mercy still here? I don't know. I don't remember. I feel so bad. Maybe they're gone. Maybe they like raided and gone and left, and that's why I don't remember who it was. Oh no, it was Brittany. Brittany, do you want a card? It was Brittany. I remember now. It was Brittany. Brittany, do you want a card for your raid, hun? Maybe that's what I'll do. You want to save your points? It is a nice one, yeah. Oh, nice clockwork. Yeah, that could help. That could help. Yeah, it was Brittany. I remember now. I do remember now. She's probably cooking though. I think she has the same time frame as me. Like we're on the same clock, so I think she's cooking food too, Mariel. So I won't worry about it right at the moment. So this spirit's message for you, bunnies, is the door really is open for you, and opportunities are awaiting as you start to claim your freedom. This is a reminder that you do have the power to break through barriers. The parameters of your life are not what you once thought they were. So much more is available to you than you imagined. Take some time to believe in your freedom, spread your own wings, and fly. And fly. Enjoy this simple shift. Hey, check me out. Welcome in, hun. I've been lurking on your channels, but I haven't been saying anything, but I've been, I like to listen to you when I sleep. You and your lovely, lovely bulls. I'm so glad you got your little check mark. Look how awesome you look with your little check mark. That's so awesome. I was like, I wonder where she went. And then I was like, you know what? I bet you she just has to take a break. Like, it's probably like a mandatory break. You know what I mean? But congratulations. It's almost 4. It's technically, for me, it's like 7 p.m. It's like 7 p.m. I'm holding up very well, Zardak. Thank you so much, hon. Yeah. I am. So we're gonna do Brendan's pondering question, and then we'll do, if Limmer is still here, we'll do their if they want, you know, we could do a crystal card for Limera for popping in and giving us a nice lovely raid. You need to sleep. Okay, that's fine, dear. You can do a card maybe another time. It's okay. It's okay. You just remind me and I'll do it for you, okay? Good night, hon. Sweet dreams. Good night. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. I'll have to check out what you do. So check out when I was congratulating you on your partner. Is what I was doing. I was saying congratulations, and I was like patting myself on the back for you. I was like, look how fancy you look. Yeah, big hugs. Yeah, congratulations. That's amazing. Oh yeah, that's right, because you do. You unlock way more emotes now. I'm kind of jealous. I want more emotes. I'm only jealous for the emotes though. Emote slots. The envy of all affiliates. You missed it. It's okay, Mariel, if you have to go for a minute. So I'm gonna reset the deck and then we'll pick a card for Brendan. We would like to draw a card from the deck. The best card for Brendan out of the deck. The best card for Brendan. Best card out of the deck. That's definitely that one. It's okay if you have to learn, I understand. You need to, okay. Fine. I'm gonna give a little bit of, It's okay, Jack. It's okay. I get it. Internet has been funny in some places. I'm lucky that I don't think I really have that issue, but I know internet, phone, and sometimes bank cards have been kind of questionable, so it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I don't think anything about it. I appreciate your concern, though. Yeah. As are we all. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I get you. You don't have to worry, hon. I appreciate you wanting to smooth it over just in case, though. So, I'll show you your card. I'll show you your card. This one has Brendan. This one says, how would I want to be encouraged right now? And what would I want to hear through receiving that encouragement? Right? I'll let that sit with you for just a second. Forest Fairy, thank you so much for giving that gift sum. Thank you so much for giving that to check me out. That is so sweet. And that's the 22nd one. Nice. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you, thank you. We have to change our song, our music. We're gonna listen to the Reiki CD now, which Morphman gave us, which is awesome. Alright, I'll go back into your full message with this card, Brendan. So, this card is kind of saying, like, it's okay. It's okay. And you kind of need to at this point in time. You need to be telling people what you need from them. And that's okay. And it's okay to be really specific about it. Like, hey, I need to hear this from you right at this moment in order to feel encouraged. Like, I need you to tell me that I'm doing a good job, regardless of if I actually feel that that might be accurate. I need to hear that from somebody, and that would really help me out, honestly. And you'll find that people who care about you, they will do that. They will do that. And it's okay to ask, and it's okay to be specific, because sometimes people don't know. It's not that they don't want to give you those things, or they don't think that you deserve those things. It's more like they don't realize what exactly it is that you want. So they're giving from their own perspective instead of your perspective. So not everyone thinks and feels the same way that you do. I feel like there are people around you who feel they are encouraging you, but they're doing it in a way that you are not picking up on. So it's okay to tell them, like, hey, I need this in specific in order to kind of feel this from you. And that could spark a conversation where you guys maybe do end up understanding each other's, encouragement language, kind of back and forth with each other a little bit better, is if you have a discussion about that. So I think that could really help. Hopefully that was a good card for you. But that's kind of what the card is saying for today. I hope that helped. Our cat is gonna come say hi and knock the camera over. Hi, sweetie. With her big floofy tail. Come here, sweetie. Does that help, Brenton? I hope it does, hon. Come on, honey. Come on. Come on. Aww. Like my cat says, hey, I love you. I really need to lay on your lap right now. And because of that, I also need you to pet me right this very moment. And we say, okay. I'm glad it does. I'm glad it does. I think that took care of all of our redemptions. Which is perfect. Perfect. She's such a sweetie. I'll move it down so you can see her better. Oh, she's very happy. You silly girl. So we will, now that we've kind of caught up on our redemptions, I'm surprised she might not stay up here too much or too long, because it is kind of warm up here. So I wonder if she's gonna say, you're making me too warm, because not only am I painting, I'm also reading cards. So there's a lot of energy on my lap currently. But she's just gonna soak up pretty fast. You just got back from a hike? Ah, nice. Miss Sombra. That's nice. I listened to a song today that had an owl, Miss Sombra, and I thought about you. I was listening to a song that had an owl in it. Like which song was it? I can't remember at the moment. I can't remember which song it was, but it was one that I actually ended up listening to quite a lot. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's an owl in here. I need to let Miss Sombra know. Hi, sweetie. I'm sure Lou probably reminds you of your white cat, Jack. Because she's very fuzzy too. She's a little upset. My lap is too small for her at the moment. Should we move? I think we should make some movements really quick. Here. I love you. We're just gonna move really quick here so you can be more comfortable, okay? Is that better? She's like, no. Just rotate a little bit, honey. Oh, I'm sorry. I upset her. She's like, that's not what I wanted. There were cute owls on your hike? Really? That's nice. I sat outside in my front yard today literally, all I did was just sit and I had like a little meditation in my front yard basically, and I just kind of sat there and focused on like how the sun felt. It was very nice because it had been cold for so long, and today it ended up being a really nice kind of warm day. So it was nice to just get out there and enjoy it. And I was noticing how quiet things were. I live in town, so like, I don't live in the country, I live in town. So, you know, I can hear traffic quite often and things like that. And I was outside today and I noticed that things were much quiet than they would normally be, which I kind of enjoyed that. There wasn't as many cars. But it was nice to hear some of the neighborhood kids outside. And they were just like playing. You could hear them playing. And people going on walks and riding their bikes. I really should fix my bike, is what I should do. I have this old, it's like an old bike. I paid like $5 for it. And I paid $5 for it because I wanted to like reuse and recycle. So I have this bike that I have to like fix up. It's a really solid bike. It's older, so it's made of really good materials. You know, it's not cheap or anything, but it does require a lot of work because of all the things that need to be repaired with it. But I was pretty excited to get the bike. It doesn't. I can't actually ride it though until I fix it because it's pretty difficult. Hey Robin, how are you? It's a good deal, $5. Yeah. I got it at a garage sale. Like forever ago. Like pretty much forever ago. So we're gonna put some darker purple in. We're gonna do so this painting has purple lightning. We're gonna take some time to, excuse me. We're gonna take some time to put the lightning strikes in a little bit darker and a little bit thicker. Hey Metalunar, how are you, dear? Welcome back in. Hi. You're doing okay? How about me? I'm doing very well. I appreciate you asking and checking in, and I had a nice hangout in my yard today. My front yard. I realize I need to get some more birdseed though. I have a lot of birds that like to hang out in my yard because my yard is one of the few around that has like a decent tree. So I'm realizing that the birds are hanging out and like waiting for me to put my seed back out, like my bird feed back out. So I need to do that You can rest. It's not a huge deal. That's okay. I might, if it stays nicer, I might put out my hammock. Nothing makes me happier than laying out on my hammock. I love laying out on my hammock. It's the best investment I ever made. Hey, Satan, welcome to the treehouse hunt. You're getting sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. I always found it super relaxing to like take naps outside. Have you ever been at a bonfire? Like, okay, happy memory is like me being like maybe 10. I don't know, I'm bad at age, don't ask. But being like 10 years old or so, and being around the bonfire and everyone having a good old chat, telling some stories about life, right? And maybe it's your family, or maybe it's your friends. Doesn't matter. And maybe you start to like listen to everybody, because that's what I always did. I was always a social listener, so I would often listen. And then before I knew it, I would get really sleepy. Really sleepy, just listen to everybody and watch the flames dance in the campfire. Hey Andrea, how are you, dear? Welcome in. I used to do that. And then you'd fall asleep. That was always the coziest feeling. Does it sound magical right now? Bunnies? I'm glad you think so. It really does. I would really, once I find space, I would really like to have us stream outside, is what I would like to do. I would paint out in the pitch black dark. I don't need to be seen. I don't need to see what I'm doing. I'm just kidding. The campfire, I would want a campfire around. The campfire would be just enough light to be okay. Streaming on a hammock? Yeah. Hammock stream. Yes. Doesn't that sound awesome? I'm glad you think it's chill, Satan. I'm glad you do. Hey, Sky. Welcome in, dear. Hi. Gus quietly peeks in. Hey. Welcome. I was just talking about, how much I actually enjoy sleeping outside. Like how cozy sleeping outside is. So then we started talking about napping on hammocks. Yes, you did. Guys, yes you did. Where did I get my shirt? My shirt? This is an Amazon shirt. Andrea. Thank you so much, Andrea, for all of your love and support. I appreciate you very, very much. Very, very much. I've even talked to Paintbrush about I don't know how far down the line this is, but I have talked to Paintbrush before about doing like nature painting retreats. Now that would be awesome. Nature painting retreat. That would be cool. That would be the best. No wonder you subconsciously got pulled there. That's so funny. I do, guys. Yeah, do you want some chimes? It's greatly appreciated. You're so sweet, Andrea. Thank you so much. I'm glad you appreciate it. Yeah, this shirt I bought on Amazon. I don't know if you can still buy it though. Also, I'm not lighting any incense right now. I'm not lighting any incense right now. What's wrong with me? We don't have any incense going. I've been painting this whole time. You like the chimes? Oh yeah. I do. Yeah, the chimes are nice. You're welcome. I have a really cute tiny metal wind chime that sits in my tree in my front yard. That one sounds extremely magical. Maybe I'll take a clip of it so you can hear it. That one's my favorite. It literally sounds like fairies, like how I would imagine fairies sound like. You've realized the most productive thing you've done this week is draw? Hey, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's not a huge deal. That's productive enough. That's productive enough. I was talking about how I was, let's do lavender. I have lavender or sage. I don't have the Crystal Shop incense anymore. I have not left the house, but I did buy this packaged stuff at the grocery store. So we'll see how we like it. I don't know how. It might be not quite the same. You need to do the same. Yeah, you should. You should. Yes, please pester me. Don't let me forget, because I think you would like it. If you like those, you'll definitely like the chime outside. Plus, we can get away with some of this anyway. It sounds really magical. But I've been spending time, for the last year or so, I spent a lot of time building up items. Like gardening items, like plants and bird feeders, flowers for the bees. Like that was all last year, so like I'm not sure what I'm gonna do this year with my yard. You might fall asleep while lurking. Hey, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Sorry, this part's kind of loud. I won't have to do it again for a while because this is a package of 2. Get out of here, noisy plastic. We don't want you. And see, when I buy them from the Crystal Shop, they don't come in any packaging at all. And so I don't have to worry about packaging, like plastic. plastic or anything, because I can just buy them. Like, they're just open. Like, they're just sticks. They don't come in any packaging from the shop. But that's alright. Sometimes we just do what we can, right? So these are all lavender. I really like florals with my incense. Like, floral incense are like my favorite. My favorite one though is rose. So if there's rose incense, I'm like all about that. I'm like all about that. Hey children, welcome to the treehouse, huh? Melissa, welcome to the treehouse. Does it look like a spider? It does, kind of, doesn't it? Hey wheelchair, welcome to the treehouse, dear. I paint intuitively. I paint intuitively. Which means we don't have a game plan. I'm so glad you guys can contribute actual conversation. It kind of does look like a spider. I think what's making it look like a spider is the fact that I'm putting so much of this like lightning shape in. So much of this like dark purple lightning shape. I think that's why it looks like a spider. I did not even know. I've never heard of that. Is that the spider type? I don't think so. It's just a shape with lightning coming out of it currently. Oh. Alright, it's time to clean house. 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 Actual contributions. Maybe after raids, we'll put the thing back on. I'm not sure what Ray J is. It kind of doesn't look a prehistoric sea creature could be the case. Could be the case. Could be the case. It will look lighter. It won't look so dark once I put in the white, because the white is gonna help like basically pull the energy in. Hey, welcome in, dear. I don't know Ray J. No, I'm sorry. I don't really watch movies, so like most of the movie references I'm not gonna catch. I've had movies on in the background while I do things, but even then I'm not really watching. we are doing well. We are doing well. I'm just putting more dark purple into our space. That's what we're doing now. And we'll go in and soften it just a tiny bit. I don't think that really interests me, but I appreciate you wanting to share what you are so clearly interested in. You think it looks more spacey? Kind of, yeah. Well, it's not going to be the same spacey feel as, like, our space dolphins. Like, that one's not going to be, it won't have quite the same feel. I tried to give you a couple chances. I should have just banned you straight away when I thought I should. Bye! I don't understand why people have to be like that. I just don't get it. That's okay though. Hey Clips, welcome to the treehouse, dear. That's right. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. I hope they feel better. I hope they feel better. No problem, Eclipse. Don't worry about it. Must be exhausting though, is all I can think of. I'm just going in and adding a little bit darker purple to our space. I think they get uncomfortable with this particular section on Twitch, is what I think it is. I think they just don't understand what exactly is going on. And they're just bored. I think people are just bored. Is mostly what I think most of it is just boredom. At least for those individuals. Not every single person that comes in, obviously, but I think it's just boredom. Yeah. Anything they don't understand needs to be destroyed. Kind of. Kind of. Or at least messed with. They probably see the painting and are like, what is this crap? They probably see the painting and they're like, this looks like garbage. I don't know, who knows who really cares? They're like, she's painting utter trash. Why are people watching her? Yeah, to cultivate their interest. Kind of, yeah. A little bit, yeah. Yeah. And it's a platform geared towards games too, you know what I mean? So I think if it's not games, you know, they're like actual human interaction, like people actually sitting down and having a conversation. Like, what is this? It's just kind of weird, you know, just kind of weird. But it's not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. I'm almost to the point now where we're gonna start putting in some white. make sure that was still working. Do they do it? I guess, yeah, they probably do, don't they? That's fine. I think it's just boredom. People are... I think it's more boredom than anything at the moment, because I think people are just... They don't know what else to do with themselves right now. Because there's so much going on. There's so much going on, but there's also like nothing going on. If you aren't used to being in your own space, there's like nothing going on for you. So I can see that. I think it's almost time for us to put in some white though. I'm just making some final adjustments to our colors. If you don't know what to do, it's okay. It's okay. It's an easy thing to take care of. It just takes a second. If you want it to be, right? If you want it to be, then it can, right? Then it can. Yeah. Yeah, the people that are looking, always looking for some type of stimulus, like outside of themselves, yeah, they're gonna be struggling. Yeah, for sure. I could totally see that. I could totally see that. If you're not sure what to do, just grab some paint and paint with me. It could be as easy as that. If you're not sure what to do, you can always try that. I just want to put a tiny bit of black in our column section, and then I'll go back into placing in some white. You got some blackest black pigment? Did you? And you're not sure what to do with them yet? You mean you don't know what to paint with them? Eclipse, you're gonna like one of our I do glow-in-the-dark paintings. I do glow-in-the-dark paintings. I'll show you. I'll show you some of them. I think it'll be fun. I think that's what you should do. I think you would like it. This is the most recent one. This is the most recent one that has glow-in-the-dark pieces to it. This is the most recent painting. Sorry. You went for a little ride just for a second. But this is the most recent one. And then we turn on our light. And then we turn on our blue/black light. And a lot of the glowing effects kind of show up. You can see them down here too. So that's kind of what we do. The glow in the dark too. And then I did we've been specifically working on this one as being glow in the dark. This is all glow in the dark paint. Nothing but glow in the dark paint, which is extremely hard to paint with, actually, by the way. But this is our space theme, which has interesting highlights in it. But it looks totally different with the light off. So it's about trying to balance. I have to go back and balance it with a natural light too, because I want it to look good in both light sources. So yeah. You like it, Memphis? Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know what inspired me to do that. I think I was just trying to experiment. And so I asked, I put glow-in-the-dark paint on my list. List of things that I wanted to use for the stream, and it was gifted to us by one of our very first founders. And after I received the glow-in-the-dark paint, I started putting basically I put in I called them glow in the dark secrets in the paintings. So when people would get commissions, I would tell them when they'd get a commission piece, they got to see what it looked like in regular light, but I would hide things in the painting with the glow-in-the-dark paint that they wouldn't be expecting. So it kind of became a game, and now it's just kind of a normal thing for me to do. Yeah, definitely an experimental success, yeah. Recalibrate. I'm still waiting, Metalunar. You can still redeem channel points for the cards, but I'm not doing full in-depth readings until I feel I'm good to do it again. So maybe just a bit longer. Until I'm kind of ready. I don't want to give poo-poo readings. Kind of, but I'm also waiting to understand what's changing as well. Rafa, thank you so much for your follow-on. It's just when things change on you, you kind of have to learn the new way of doing it. And I guess I'm not sure, I'm still not sure how that is working. But the daily reads that we're doing for subscribers in Discord, I feel like that's kind of helping me figure out how it's changing. So the more we practice that, the better we'll be. And I'm not sure what I'd have to do in specific, but to tell you the truth, that's kind of what I'm struggling with. I don't think there's really anything to do. It's more of what can you grasp and how can you translate that accurately. You know, that's the best way I can explain it. It's not an action. It's more of, have you practiced enough to gain a new understanding of what is being presented? You know. I can totally do a punning question card though, yeah. And then we'll light some incense first, and then we'll do the pondering question card. And then that'll give us enough time for everything else to dry with our painting, so that we can go in and add kind of our white to it. Alright, we're gonna light our incense. We want to light the incense for healing, all levels of healing, even for those who were in our presence and are no longer in our presence. And really good cards and clear messages and clear understanding. Light our incense for it. And peace and tranquility. Perfect. So we'll do the pondering question card. The best card from the deck for Metalunar that we can get that's going to relay to them the most beneficial message that the deck has. So please provide us with one card for Metalunar that they'll be able to use to their best benefit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Nice clockwork. What a way to, like, push yourself forward. Like, what a way to push yourself forward. Because you don't know if you don't try, right? And And even if they say no, it doesn't mean someone else won't, right? I hope so. I hope so. I hope that the very best option presents itself to you, and that it makes you genuinely happy. That's what I want for you, Clockwork. Alright, Metalunar. Let's switch the music. Real quick. We have to have music. Yeah, exactly. I knew you'd understand. Right, it's that it kind of goes a little bit into the card earlier for you too. Understanding the way that things happen for a reason. Right? Okay. So, Lunar Hun, this card says, what have been the most defining moments that have helped shape my life? What have been the most defining moments that shaped my life? What have been, or shaped who I am, might be an easier one. Who have shaped who I am might be an easier one. So what have been the most defining moments that have shaped who I am in my life? And I'm getting a second focus of how did I grow or react in those situations? And what lessons are there at those times? Because the defining moments usually come with very large lessons to them. That you either learned really well or you wish you might have done differently. But that's your card, hon. I hope that gives you a little bit of something to ponder on, because that's what those cards are for. You haven't given it a thought before? Really? Not even a little bit? Not even a little bit? We're gonna turn up the music. It's a little quiet. Perfect. Sometimes I wish my stuff was closer to me so that I wouldn't have to like lean so far. But that's fine. That's fine. We just do what we can, right? I'm kind of getting an interesting thought. Because really, I need more colors that are kind of in the middle, if you know what I mean. Like, this painting is very light and heavy, but there's very little that's kind of in the middle. Or how do we want to balance the middle grain? The middle out, basically. Are you a younger person, Meta? Lunar? Are you a younger person? Hey, Madam Finchi, welcome back, dear. How are you? I was kind of wondering about that, Eclipse, yeah. Hey, Jen. Welcome in. Glad I'm feeling better. Thank you. Yeah, I took a day to see how things were gonna turn out. But we're good, we're good. You would not say that you're younger? Do you have a lot of alone time? Because I feel like a lot of my lessons, being the type of person that I am, a lot of my lessons have come to me through life in the forms of my connections with other people. So like at times when I was younger, I would say probably there wasn't a whole lot of that going on. But as I've kind of like branched out and like made connections with others, that's been when I've made most of my lessons learned. And the lessons have come. So it could be Meta Lunar. You like the smell of wood? We were just talking about bonfires. What would I like the overall balance to be? I think we need to balance the middle, because like we have really dark values here, and then the orange is still a light value. The pink in the background is still a light value. Some of the red is in a dark value, but there's nothing that's kind of in the middle. So I guess I'm looking for that, maybe? Some of it is kind of in the middle with the purple, just a tiny bit, but it depends on which way you're looking at it. You know? So I guess I'm looking for a mid value, to create a mid value somewhere. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Because at first the blue was the mid value until we pulled in some dark purple, and then that kind of made it more heavy. How do we want this to go? How do we want this to go? Let's see, let's see. Maybe it's time for us to step away for a moment. Because otherwise, I don't know if that would help. Hey, Kate. I was kind of thinking maybe making my green darker might help, just a tiny bit. Okay, thank you so much for your hopes, Tom. I appreciate that very much. And Jen's gonna learn. Thank you, Jen. Have a nice rest. That's not loud. Burning the incense kind of reminds me of a smoky campfire, though. It feels very cozy. I want to have a bonfire really bad. Or just be close to a fire. Or just be close to a fire. I did have a thought that we should maybe make our green darker, which might help. I guess we can always try it and see how we feel. See if that doesn't help us get to a medium kind of that we're looking for. I'm going to use a smaller brush though, because a lot of this is going to have lighter values or smaller sections. I still think that's not going to be a medium, but we're going to do it anyway. Worst case scenario, we don't like it. I think what's throwing me off is the fact that how do I want to say this? That the background is pink, but it's almost too light of a pink, where it almost actually looks white. I think that's our main problem, is that our background is pretty much almost white, which makes it hard to blend other things into it, if you know what I'm saying. No? You got this plunger? That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna turn up the sound just a tiny bit. And then go shut our door a little bit more, because I can hear Paintbrush, my boyfriend, making some noises, which is okay, but I just want to shut the door. Oh. Maybe it'll have to help to take a step away too from our painting. Maybe that'll help us. Maybe I'm like too on top of it. As I took a step back, I am realizing I do think it would be nice for us to make our green darker. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick to my initial thought and see how that helps us. I think it will though. It's always kind of, when you don't have a game plan for your painting, it's always kind of a little bit of trial and error. And a lot of stepping back and reflecting, and a lot of trying to see if what you did is really what you want to stick with. I thought I heard my cat, but she's sleeping. It was not her. She is totally asleep right now. She's sleeping on the floor on my little mandala rug. So she's napping. Was it? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I did hear a big truck drive by though, just then. That's the one thing, like I said earlier, I thought was nice about being out and enjoying some meditation in the front yard. I did find that it was kind of nice not being able to hear that many cars, because I've always been able to hear them where I'm currently living. But we didn't really hear a whole lot. We didn't. Which was kind of nice. It was kind of quiet. What other shapes we want to create. I think this is gonna at least help, because even the green on this canvas was kind of getting lost. So we can help it by giving it some extra vibrancy. We can help it stand out a little bit more. Which is just a really light wash. Like almost nothing. Like super light wash. Are you doing a FaceTime party? Aw. That's not so bad. Miss seeing your friends' faces. When I happen to do voice chats in Discord, I do often find that I prefer to do the face-to-face, because it just feels more of like a genuine connection, basically, when you do it that way. So I could understand wanting to kind of set that kind of time aside for that, you know? Hey, Mr. Bao2, how are you, hon? I'm doing very well. We're putting in slightly darker colors so we can get hopefully some type of medium value in our painting, because everything's feeling really light and really heavy at the same time. So I'm trying to get something that has an in the middle depth. In the middle. You were already bonkers? I kind of was too. I was like born bonkers. It's okay though. It's not a huge deal. What are we painting? Right now I'm painting these green mandalas a bit darker. I put green mandalas in the painting earlier. Like way earlier. But now I'm kind of seeing that there's a need maybe for them to be a bit darker so they can stand out. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on at the moment. It's just making these darker. But so far, the theme of the painting is kind of interesting. If I'm allowed to say that. Thank you, Madeline Shihan. Thank you, thank you. Have a nice night, dear. Thank you for hanging out while you could. I appreciate it very much. Our theme is, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm not really sure entirely what it is. However, I think that that's okay. So far what we have is we have the orange flames down at the bottom of the canvas. Daddy, welcome to the treehouse. I'm glad you like magic. So, we also have orange butterflies. So in the flames are some orange butterflies, right? And then we have these purple kind of swirly little vortexes that we're putting in the painting. We have one over here. And we were saying this blue spot, we're not really quite entirely sure what this is at the moment. And then we also have some purple lightning that we've kind of put in the canvas. So there's a lot going on with this painting. How am I honestly feeling right now? I'm honestly feeling very good. Unless you're trying to point out something in particular, in which case I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm just trying to balance out the painting at the moment. It's really what I'm trying to do, because it's too heavy in some spaces and it's too close to white in other spaces, and I want it to be balanced out. I want it to be a little more balanced out. Hey, Leopard War, welcome in, dear. Cute, Medicus. I appreciate your compliment. Thank you, thank you. It's definitely coming along. I'm not sure where else I'm really going to be going with it. I'm just on step 1 right now, which includes making the green mandalas darker, and then we'll see where we're kind of led to go after that. But for now, right now, we're just really focused on making this part darker. Because it was almost too light to the point where you couldn't see it anymore. Like, you couldn't see it. So, I wanted to make it just pop out, you know? Paint on the canvas so it makes you feel good. Yeah, yeah. I do. Okay, Dad. It's coming along. I almost thought about putting some yellow on here. But I wasn't sure. I guess we could put some yellow. That would actually even out the heaviness. We could put some yellow in here. Because the painting is feeling a bit heavy. So maybe, which is kind of what I've been saying the whole time. So maybe we should maybe we should roll the color wheel and see what the color wheel says. But I do think maybe we should put some yellow in. That would probably help balance it out a little bit more. Because I like the heavy contrast, but I do want it to be a little bit more balanced. But I definitely think putting down darker green has helped us quite a bit too. Because these green mandalas back here, you never saw them until I actually started laying down more color. During our Bob Ross speed paintings, we totally have room for trees. But not in this painting. Maybe yellow would be nice. I think we will. I think after we're done, we'll put some yellow in here. It'd have to be acrylic yellow, because then with acrylic yellow, I can lay it on top easier. I can layer it easier. I might actually be able to get away with it with just regular watercolor though. We can always see what happens. I don't know how to describe it either. We were calling it water elemental, is what we were calling it. It's kind of what happens when you don't know what you're painting. Things kind of just formulate as you go, you know? Yeah, we were calling it a water element. It looks like a blue Sauron, does it? Does it? I guess it kind of does, doesn't it? That's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, even as I'm looking like up through here, I'm noticing like there were green mandalas up here too, but they were painted so light we just couldn't see them. I'm just gonna add more color to them up here as well. Balance everything out a little bit more. Hi, sweetie. The cat is doing some stretching. I don't know if you heard her. She just meowed at me. Told me she was doing some stretches. So let's grab some yellow. Is kind of what I'm getting. Let's grab some yellow. In Galaxy? Kind of, yeah. It does kind of have that feel. I don't think you're the second person to say there's like a Galaxy feel. Cat went downstairs. Bye, sweetie. Alright, so we're going to brighten things up just a tiny bit with this. I don't know. I guess I'm not sure what that would look like in Leviticus. It's kind of spacious. It is a little bit spacey. I'm thinking this might help. But like inverted space. It looks like a blue portal with 2 nebulas. 2 nebulas or 3 nebulas? It is kind of cosmic. That I do agree with. I do agree. It definitely has a cosmic-like feel, doesn't it? It's amazing what colors and lines can create, right? Because that's really all this is. It's really just colors and lines. And shapes. And this is when the story kind of becomes formulated. Start going in particular directions with the painting. Two and a half of them. Okay. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I mean, this one you could have thought was just a shadow, I guess. Maybe. But I am going in. I'm just going in now and putting in layers of yellow. Just kind of swooshing them in where I see fit. I am trying to hug some of the yellow against some of the darker spaces too, so it kind of adds an extra contrast. Which gives it an interesting feel a lot of the time. Some nice yellow will help brighten this up just a bit. Mastar, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Yeah, that's already making the whole thing better. Adding the yellow in here. It's making them less heavy. They were getting a little bit too heavy. this is when it's interesting, the blending that you can get with laying watercolor on top of watercolor. The blending that you can get is really interesting. I think this is gonna make an interesting medium come in as well that I was kind of looking for. Trying to highlight spots that are already kind of showing some of the rest of the painting through it. Because the thing about layering watercolor is you don't always have a solid frame of color. Like, everything bleeds a little bit. Everything can bleed a little bit. Which is nice when you can see kind of like the background come through the layer that you've already put in. It's kind of interesting to watch that happen. I do put some extra heavy yellow in here as well. So like I did a dark drip. I'm also gonna do a light yellow drip as well. Kind of just play around. You think so? With the flash of the portal that has appeared in Master Bot, made these nebulas, then after disappear somewhere else in the universe to make more of them. Interesting. I like that idea. Like, the universe is saying, hey, you are still a wonderful thing to be created, but I'm gonna need you to be somewhere else. You're needed elsewhere, kind of thing. It's kind of what I'm picking up from you on that. So much is going on. Thank you, Master. Yeah, I'm an intuitive painter. I just kind of do whatever I'm kind of inclined to do. I don't really have a game plan, which means one day a painting looks one way and then the next day it looks like totally different. So this would be one of those paintings. But it was looking a little heavy, so I came back in and started putting in some yellow to not only brighten it up a little bit, but to warm the painting up a little bit more too. So now I'm just putting in some yellow drips, basically, is what I'm doing at the moment. Which means I'm letting the paint pool and then drip wherever it wants to or needs to, basically. which can make some really interesting things. Could almost be melting. These could almost be melting in the flames too. Now that I'm kind of like bringing the line down, it kind of looks like maybe it's trying to melt something. See if you see the same thing when I bring it close. Like maybe these are melting. Because these are technically flames down here. And I do like how you can still see through the background a little bit. Like the orange of this flame is still coming through the background. It's very interesting. I think it's almost time. It looks completely different from yesterday, Dino. Yeah, I know. It doesn't take very long sometimes. Welcome back, Sin, hon. Welcome back. I know, wasn't that so nice of bunnies? I know, I'm gonna update the emotes again. So, the star we're keeping, the space heart with angel wings we're keeping, the card we're keeping, but I'm figuring out how to change it a little bit. And the other ones I'm gonna switch up, so. You're welcome, Sin. Thank you so much, hon. Oh, you just stopped by, Master. At least you think so? Really? That's funny. The purple portals look just like them. That's interesting. Yeah, these definitely have a portal feel, don't they? You're gonna work again? Thank you, Sin. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Laser T, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, yeah. I'm kind of letting the painting dry for a moment. Because I think what we're gonna do next is really put in some highlights. Like, really put in some highlights. Hey, Tank Mom. Hi, dear. How are you? Thank you so much for your beds. I appreciate that very much. You're just happy the portals don't make fire spirits to kill you. Oh yeah, yeah. Because of your game, yeah. No. These are technically, well, we call this blue shape a water elemental. So honestly, even if you had fire beings coming at you through the portals, you have a water elemental right there, so you would be fine. You know what I mean? You have a friend. But the flaming butterflies could pose a threat too, maybe. This painting has a lot going on. But I do like the fact that we made our green mandalas darker. Like, they stand out way more now than they ever did. And then this one stands out too. probably also have glow in the dark elements too, but I probably won't do that until the end, honestly. The end of the painting. So it's time to put in some, I think, some white. It's time to put in some white. Which is interesting because our background is pretty white, so I'm gonna have to be really careful about how I do this. Because I don't want to throw everything off balance. So we're gonna have to be really particular about where we're putting our white. So I'm just gonna grab some of it. And we're gonna start placing in it, and this will brighten things up. Paint with the white an entity within the blue portal, with the white coming from the entity going into the lightning. That's what I was gonna do. Yeah, this is basically going to be a I put dark purple down for the sake of contrast, but really this is actually going to be quite, the center is going to be quite bright, so it's going to be yeah, I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. I think we're on the same page. It's going to be similar with the rest of the canvas too. So this is when things, this painting's going to be pretty much chaos on a canvas. Pretty much going to be chaos on a canvas, but it's a good chaos. It's a good chaos, right? Because we got soul flame, butterfly, got a nice water elemental combining with a electric, I guess elemental maybe, entity, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you call it. Alright, this is where we get really particular. This is where we get really particular with what we're creating. We have to be very careful because I don't want to kill the contrast that we've created with the purple. So this has to be very meticulous, this part here. And purple is a very, it's a very higher chakra color. So I find it interesting that we basically always have purple in our paintings, like almost every single time. So here's the thought. Here's the gist. Do you see? Do you see the bright white and how it's kind of climbing up through this purple section to kind of add some contrast? Not necessarily. I think in some places I'm gonna have to go back and do that, Mr. Botu. I do agree with you. In some spaces I will. But that's why I said we have to be careful. We don't want to. I have to stay within the purple section basically in order to make sure that the contrast isn't going to be killed. You know? But we can manage. We can manage. We can always go back into with some of our really fine tip pens. Oh, my cat is back. Hi, sweetie. Do you want to come back up here? That sounds super cool. I know, I'm very curious. I'm gonna scoot a little bit closer so our cat can sit with us. Come here, sweetie. I gave you space. I gave you space. You wanna come here? Here, sweetheart. Come on. She waits for permission. Hi, honey. Come on. I made plenty of room for you this time. I love you. Thank you. She always bumps her head into my arm. Do you really? You have a she's so sweet. She asked for permission. Yeah. Did you ask first? You're so sweet. You have a lightning storm tattoo on your arm, which is purple and white. Nice. Nice, Mr. Bounty. Nice, nice. Nice, nice. Do we want to count that as a synchronicity? You made 2 streams now? Hey! Hey, J. Anthony. Welcome in. Hi, hi. Boat times. Welcome in, dear. Welcome to the treehouse. Yeah, this painting has, I'm putting in a lot of white now. So the painting was kind of really heavy, and now it's time to brighten it back up again. So that's what we're doing. With our nice white contrast. You agree? I'm sure. In the thicker sections though, I am making the white line thicker, trying to make the whole thing kind of like match each other a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. Honey, are you gonna go after my paintbrush? She thought about it for a second. Yeah, this is what we do. Boat times, welcome in. I'm so glad it's something that you like. Even if the stream isn't titled ASMR, we're very relaxed. I don't really get too high energy. Well, when you mix water and fire, you get air and lighting. Of course, Mr. Bautio. Of course. Of course. Aw, bye, honey. She didn't like that I was laughing. I was laughing and making her bounce, so she didn't like that. I'm sorry, sweetie. It's just funny how things like that come out, you know? Like, I'm not paying any attention as I paint. Like, my brain isn't anyway. My brain comes in sometimes and says, hey, we need to be careful about, you know, some particular way of executing things, but for the most part, my brain really doesn't come into play when I'm painting. Like, I'm not sitting here going, okay, what kind of complex subject matter can I create with this? It's just, I just get one step at a time kind of thing. Bo, you're welcome, hon. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. absolutely adore everything that Cosmic is doing. So I like to give to people who are doing good things, you know, to just try to help everybody. So. Well, thank you, Memphis. Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you, thank you. That was very helpful. That was so sweet. Thank you, Memphis. Yeah, I quit my my 9 to 5 back in November. So this is like what I do. This is like my job. So that is very, very helpful. So much. Keeps me going. And it shows loving support to those that choose to be here. You know, I get that, which is why I give subs to Cosmic too, you know. Like sometimes it's just enough just to be here. Yeah, it was extremely tough. It was extremely tough, and it has its own challenges, like every day. Like just because that was back in November doesn't mean I don't have things to make adjustments for still. You know, it's like an ongoing kind of thing. But I honestly really felt it was absolutely necessary. Do you, Mr. Batu? That's kind of what happens, yeah. I'm just like, I pay attention to what you guys say, but other than that, I'm pretty much gone. I'm pretty much just like, especially with commission pieces, when I am able to do work outside of stream, because I do that as well. Like there's one commission I just got earlier today that they asked not be streamed. So in those moments I'm like even more gone, you know, because I don't ever check in. You know, I don't ever come back and check back in, I guess. You know what I mean? I have no reason to come back and check back in, I guess. Unless I'm like hungry. You quit your 9 to 5 job a couple years back, both times. But hang in there during the bad times. Yeah, thank you so much. It's very, you feel excited, and you feel nervous, and you feel scared, and you feel freedom, and you feel excitement, like all at the same time. I'm glad you're able to do that for yourself, though. Hopefully doing what it is that you actually want to be doing, you know what I mean? I'd be interested, Mr. Bautu, to see more of what you paint or what you create. I always like seeing what other people do, because sometimes it's inspiring. sometimes you see someone else's artwork and you're like, I like how they did that. And then you kind of want to go do your own version. Or sometimes you want to copy them. It just depends on how you feel. Depends on how in love you were with it, I guess. Which I don't see anything wrong with. I mean, we have lots of people who copy Bob Ross, right? That just means everyone loves it that much. It's not a bad thing. It's just what they appreciate. That last hour went by super fast. That last hour. Sometimes I don't even realize how long I've been here. Which really happens when I get really focused. Especially with these, this more meticulous kind of work. You could paint a blue wave or a flux pattern coming from the blue portal, appearing behind the blue and purple swirls and fire. Oh, you're kind of saying put a darker layer behind everything? There's so much going on, I don't know how easy that would be. It would take us a while. I think I could achieve it, but it would take us a long while, because I'd have to be super meticulous about squeezing little colors and shapes, just so, you know. Hey Max, welcome to the treehouse, hon. I think it could be interesting though. I think this painting already has a ton going on. I don't know if there's much I could do with the background. I'll lift up the canvas in just a second and show you how much detail there is. Like with all the space that we have. I'll show you. So we have more white coming through, which looks very cool. I'm gonna put white in here a little bit too to brighten these parts up. And then, but look at all the, look at the mandala shapes back here in the background. Like I'd have to not only put something behind the blue shape here, but I'd also have to place it in between all the negative space of the mandala, as well as in between these lightning bolts, and in between here and the waves, or in the flames, and the swirls, and the other green mandala back through here. Like it would be a lot. The top wouldn't be so hard, because everything kind of slows down up at the top of the canvas, but the bottom would be crazy. it would be a challenge, that's for sure. It would be a challenge. It would be a challenge. I do think it would help though, a little bit, if we take some time. It looks really awesome. I'm glad you think so, Mr. Bow2. I think it's looking really cool. I think it's looking really cool. Hey, hello, babe. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. Welcome, welcome. It just sounds so nice. It just sounds nice. I think the emote I want to update first. Sorry about the dishes, guys. I think the emote I want to update next is the paintbrush one. I think is the one I want to update. But I probably won't do that for a minute, because I don't want people to not be able to use it. But at the same time, like, I do want it to be updated because it could be better. I'm just realizing the more I practice with those things, the better it's, the better the detail is coming through. Emotes are kind of hard to get details with a little bit if you're not used to them. I'm gonna go shut the door. I'm gonna go shut the door. Whose dishes? It's my boyfriend. My boyfriend, he's, I think, reorganizing the dishes, putting them away. But, our house has our house is very echoey. Like, you can hear everything. He's downstairs right now, and I'm upstairs in the attic. And you guys can still hear him. Our house is very echoey. You hear everything. Which is funny sometimes. But we'll shut the door. That'll help a little bit. That'll help. Does that mean that I made dinner? No. I think I had a snack and he made dinner. I think for himself. But that's not typical. We just do whatever needs to be done. We don't really worry about keeping track of who's done what. shut the door. Honey. What do you want? You coming in? Yeah. Okay. Do you want to come sit on? You want to come sit on my lap? You want to try again? Do you? Want to sit on my chair? Your hearing is almost like a wolf's, is it? Interesting. Hopefully dishes don't trigger you. I don't think so. Maybe binaural beats is not your thing then? What were we talking about the other day? Oh, that's right. We were talking about how sometimes people have the planetary sounds. Like, it's planetary sound music. You know what I mean? Like, listen to the vibrations of the moon kind of music. We were talking about that the other day, and I was even telling people how that was hard for me to listen to. Like, it just made me feel weird. Just made me feel weird. So I'm wondering if maybe that would be one of those things maybe some of us are extra sensitive to and maybe others of us aren't. Because I had a hard time listening to that. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. You're not asking. You're not asking. You said you wanted in. Gosh. Typical cat. Typical cat. We're not surprised, are we? Typical cat. I was surprised she didn't just stand in the threshold of the door, honestly. Typical cat. I was waiting for her to be like, just stand there, but she didn't. I was like, oh, you're actually gonna come in. You're actually gonna come in. Okay, that works. Yeah, she likes to sit in the threshold. I should have known as soon as she wasn't sitting on my lap that she was gonna want to leave again. I should have known that. You're safe from the dishes. You already washed yours and put them away, did you? Uh-huh. Yeah, dishes will probably be... I did plants today. I watered all the plants. And I cleaned the cat. I cleaned the cat's space. And did some sweeping. So that's what I did today. Hey Nico, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Cat's playing a door game. She really does. She really does. I could have sworn I heard her run up the stairs too. She's silly. She still never gets in trouble though. She still almost never gets in trouble. Oh, here's my paintbrush. Almost. Almost. Sorry about the dishes. Guaranteed it sounds absolutely normal to him. There's not that many. Honestly, there's not that many dishes. Did I get all the shapes? Frequency's like, don't let her lie. There's tons of dishes, guys. It does sound like a lot, doesn't it? I promise there's not that many. There's not that many. Like, 2 bowls. 2 bowls. And, oh, but if we want to count putting them away, there is quite a few that need to be put away. I'm trying to find a purple. I want to put a purple in. Let's grab this one. He works in a restaurant. No, 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 no. I do always make jokes though that I'm his sous chef. He is a much better cook than me. He is a much better cook than me. Like, I actually cannot really cook in comparison to him. So, I do make jokes that I'm his sous chef. He's just the better cook. Perfect. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna put some dark edges down now to really get a nice, good, defined, clean line with our brushes. This is gonna help. This is gonna help a lot. We always used to say we wanted to make our own vegan restaurant too. I'm like, well, if that's the case, I'm still gonna have to be the sous chef because I can't cook. Welcome back, Pete, hon. Welcome back. I cannot wait till my bangs grow, guys. I cannot wait until my bangs grow. Hey, Nico. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you too, hon. You've been lurking since Romera came in. Oh, it was so nice of her to do that raid. I really liked that. She said it was like 1 o'clock in the morning for her. Though, she said it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, dang. Yeah, you need to go to sleep. My voice is adorable. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Hey, Ellie Spiritual. How are you, dear? It's 3 o'clock in the morning now. Oh, no. Are you guys over from, like the UK area? Is that where you guys are from? France? Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. from Michigan. So any accent, I guess, that you think you're picking up on would be Midwest of the USA. So that's what it is. Except unlike a lot of my, unlike a lot of people I grew up with, there are certain words I refuse to say. As a Midwesterner. Like for some reason, yes, pop would be the one I don't say. I don't call it pop. I call it soda. And I certainly do not call it soda pop. I certainly do not call it soda pop. I really dislike the word pop for soda. I really don't like it. Also, coupon. Coupon is another word. Apparently in the Midwest, people like to call them coupons. Coupons. It's interesting. She doesn't have this accent, Nico. I was born in Indiana, so that might be why, maybe. Or maybe she's more in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Coupons. Isn't that weird frequency? So Jen says it like coupons. See, so Jen says it similar. I always called them coupons. Coo. Like a baby goose. Coupons. I think language is just funny in general, though. I do say it like coo. Okay. The Real Joker. Welcome to the treehouse, hon. You just checked. You just went to go click and listen. Hey Google, tell me what a Midwestern calls a coupon. Only one word that matters is caramel. Caramel. It depends, because are we talking about caramel or are we talking about caramel? Because I actually understand those two things to be totally different things. You like the music and you like the art. Thank you so much. I'm glad you do. Satangful was like, what? Two things? What are the two things? I always thought they were two totally different things. Because they're even spelled different. I think, aren't they technically made with two different, like, ingredients? Like, different ingredients? I could totally be wrong. And that's okay. I could totally be wrong. And I'm okay with that. And thank you, Laser G, for your wonderful compliment. I appreciate that very much, dear. You're waiting for paint to dry so you can finish with the clay. You thought they were the same? We're gonna have to ask Google, because I thought they were totally different. Like, caramel is like what you have in candy and put on, like, ice cream. But there's also caramel, because you don't say caramel corn, you say caramel corn. So it's interesting. Like caramelized. Yes, basically, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at, yeah. That's what I'm getting at, yeah. Caramelized gets a pass. Okay. You say caramel corn? Really? I always heard it as caramel corn. This is gonna be a struggle. This is gonna be the struggle. I always called it caramel corn. I like the Captain Planet emote. These are G. I like it so much. Whose emotes are those? Are those your emotes? These are G. I need to go subscribe to your channel if those are your emotes. You can cook anything, Mr. Batu. Aw, they've traveled and lived everywhere in the world. That's so nice. That's nice. I would like that. That's nice. Mr. Batu, I'm glad you had that kind of experience, you know? What a blessing that would be. Hey, Jose Yuri, welcome to the treehouse, dear. You've never shortened it though? Interesting. I guess we're not sure if we can agree. I guess it doesn't matter if we don't agree. We call it whatever we call it. The food product doesn't care what we call it. Hey Jose, how are you, dear? You've never thought about it. You can accept it though, yeah. You thought of caramel corn, but never actually caramel. You know, lessons are learned every day, right? We have an opportunity to learn lessons every day. It's kind of interesting when you think about it though, isn't it? The interesting conversations that come up in the treehouse today. I never really had an opportunity to. I mean, when I was younger, I always traveled sometimes on like vacations, which was nice, but the vacations would still be like taken in the United States. I really only traveled outside of the country like once, twice. Technically, if you count Canada, it's twice. But I always really liked to travel. I've always wanted to travel. See what other people are up to, how they think about things. And yeah, you know, try their food too. So like anytime there's a different ethnic restaurant, I like hop on board. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go to this restaurant. usually end up being my favorites. I don't really care. I don't really care for American food. I'm just gonna say it. I'm an American who doesn't really care for American food. Like, at all. The gasp. I know. I don't like American food. Italian food and Tex-Mex. Yeah. I guess what is American food? Because American food really is all the food because of, like, or they basically got so many different cultures, but at the same time, I guess what I really mean is what is traditionally thought of as, like, American food, like burgers and fries and, like, takeout kind of stuff. I don't really care for that kind of stuff. Creole is technically American, isn't it? Mr. Baptiste, you're so kind. You like Asian foods the most? I do too, though. I like Asian, and I like Lebanese. Lebanese is another one I really like. Lebanese food. But Asian is definitely one of the top ones. Somebody, I think, really liked the fact that I said Lebanese. Because my ear. It's amazing. Also, I guess you could correlate it. I also like Mediterranean. I like Mediterranean food too. Which I guess might correlate. It's Middle Eastern, yeah, it's Middle Eastern. So, like, a lot of lentils. I freaking love lentils. I freaking love lentils. Kebab, kafka. Yeah, I like those. Isn't kafta, isn't that beef? I could totally be wrong, but isn't that like the way that they make their beef? I'm vegan, so I don't really do meats, but vegan Lebanese food is like heaven. Lamb, okay. Yeah, they do. I can tell you from first-hand experience, they do. They're my absolute favorite. Your father shouts at you about to try chicken parmesan because you never tried it. I mean, it's good. It's good. But I don't really eat meat anymore. But when I did eat meat, I did like chicken parmesan or chicken parma. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, if you're vegetarian or vegan, like, and you want to have a cheat day, whatevs. Who cares? Whatevs. If it doesn't upset you and you really want to have a cheat day, like, that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that, but I don't do it. It's super rare for me to even have fish. I can't tell you the last time I had chicken. It was probably 5 years ago. Chicken parma's way to go on a cheat day, yeah. It's okay to be human, guys, come on. But I am all for animals, living their life. But at the same time, I kind of take the philosophy of, like, are you grateful for your food? So, makes you reconsider. chicken, so really you could have chicken parmesan, quote unquote chicken parmesan, and just use the fake chicken stuff. I've actually had some fake chicken before. It's actually pretty solid. It depends on the brand though, because they can have pretty scary fake chicken too. But there's some of them that are actually really good. I agree, Jen. Yeah, traditional American food is not vegan friendly. Almost all of it has a meat, a starch, and a vegetable. And sometimes it's just meat. Have you ever water fasted? I have. I don't ever go longer than a day though. I don't ever go longer than a day. Because I notice when I start feeling a little faint and dizzy. So I don't ever go more than 24 hours. But I do, the most fasting I do is like intermittent fasting. And it's usually first thing in the morning. Yeah, generally, yeah. Yeah, frequency. So like I won't eat a particular time at night and then I'll be asleep for like 8 hours, so that handles like majority of that time frame. So then I won't eat until I've been awake for quite a few hours. Exactly, Jen. Yeah, I kind of fast without noticing it too. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can live without me. Oh yeah, I can too. I can too. Yeah, you just kind of do whatever feels right, Mr. Bowtoo. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't. That's just me. I don't do it, but that's just me. Because I put the life of the animal way high. And I understand that not everybody is okay with that, and that's fine. It's not a huge deal. But that's also kind of why I say, like, hey, you know, are you grateful for your food? Because that's the most important thing. Like, are you grateful for the sacrifice that the animal had to make, you know? Then you're good. Then you're good. You had a vegan chicken burger? It was probably the best food you had in the UK. A vegan chicken burger. Yeah, some of the fake chicken is, if you're, I don't really eat much of that stuff either, but if that's your thing, like, there's some really good brands that make it taste really nice. I think soy in my, like, Asian foods is like the most non-straight up vegetable I do, basically. Mr. Bowtoo, yeah, I can understand that, yeah. Yeah, as long as people are being safe. You have an allergy? Yeah. Some people do. Some people do. I don't think I've ever really noticed an allergy. Except to maybe dairy. But we just call that lactose intolerant. Hey Jelly Tussle, how are you, hon? Why are we still up at this hour? For me it's only 9:35 at night. We have approximately like 25 more minutes of stream. It's not quite bedtime for us. Is it bedtime for you? That was my foot, by the way. I mean, you could say I farted though, that's fine too. It is really warm up here, by the way, guys. I don't know how else I'm gonna survive the warmer months up here. Because I'm wearing like a really light, flowy shirt, but I'm still like really warm. My foot, you didn't hear the weird noise my foot made? I have bare feet, so they're sweaty right now. And it was against the wooden chair. It made a weird fart sound. That's what happened, Frequency, okay? So I tried blaming it on my foot, but I also said we could just say I farted too, it's fine. You can't have oats, berries, apples, peaches, plums, bananas. Interesting. Jen, that's quite the list. That's quite the list. Doesn't it look way cooler now? Aw, that's so nice, Mr. Bouty. That's kind of what I mean. Yeah. Being grateful. Yeah. That's what I mean. It looks like it definitely still looks like an energy spider. It's all the lentils. I didn't eat any lentils today either. No, I didn't. I had a banana, a couple of mini tangerines, a bowl of cereal, some granola, and like some penne pasta. Fancy. I know it is kind of fancy, isn't it? It is kind of fancy. It looks very energetic. It's very energetic. We're gonna do some of the similar things in here too. Brighten up some of these. Just a tiny bit. I don't want to overdo it because our canvas is already kind of crazy. Our canvas is very chaotic. It's a very chaotic painting. Hey Pope, welcome to the treehouse, son. Electric mushroom field, Jelly? Is what how you feel with this painting in particular, Jelly Tussle? You decided to call it Nebula? Well, Frequency, maybe you're picking up on Mr. Boutu, because Mr. Boutu was saying that these purple spheres were nebulas, is what he was saying earlier, so maybe that's why we picked up on that and didn't realize it. You just absorbed it into your mind. Hey, I think your painting is beautiful. Thank you so much, Pope. I appreciate that. Are you gonna share with us frequency your what kind of you said it was photography? I'm gonna put white in the center and soften it up. Hey, Jelly, it's okay. Don't worry about apologizing, hon. Don't worry about apologizing, hon. It's alright. You can go to sleep. Oh, you're gonna have to PM it to me. Frequency. Streamlabs is still weird about links for some reason. You'll have to private message it to me or a mod, and we can drop it in for you. We're not listening to the Chassis song. The rest of that CD is so lovely and calm and serene. And then that stinking jazzy song comes out of nowhere and it disrupts us every time. Every time. Every time. Alright, let's go over here. I want to go to Twitch. I want to go to my messages so I can look this up for. Oh, it's a Discord attachment. Oh, interesting. It's kind of a. So you're starting out the first layers, the first blended layers. It's supposed to look blurry, is what I'm getting. It's supposed to look blurry because it's a blended layer at the bottom. Kind of matches our color scheme a little bit. Is it Discord? I'll open it in a browser, maybe that'll help. No, it does the same thing. It does the same thing in a browser. It's alright, that's what it looks like. Try zooming in. Oh, it's just really large. Oh, okay. So it's got little, it's just too small for my phone. It's got little stars and sparkles. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes way more sense. Nice. I like it. I think it's just too, it's a very large file. So my phone probably had a hard time reading it. A very hard time, I think, reading it. You'll add to it later? Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. We're almost done with our painting for the evening, but I do want to put just a little bit more in here before we really wrap things up. Did anybody see who? I guess I'll have to message the giveaway winner later. Because we had that drawing first thing in the stream and they had won. So I'm gonna have to hunt them down and tell them they've won. But mailing is gonna be delayed until just taking some extra precautions. It's helping. It's helping. I really like, is this a sitar? sounds so cool. I'm trying to get a nice kind of like slow blended gradation right in that spot, and then we can do the same thing in here, trying to make it not so harsh. You just took the best nap ever. Did you really, bunnies? Aw. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're almost done. We're almost done. We have like maybe 10 minutes or so left. You were out like a light. Makes me happy because my boyfriend was doing dishes, so he was being a little bit louder than like normal. So it obviously did not disturb you. We were kind of making jokes about it. Aw. That's nice. That's nice. I'm glad. Where did we go? I guess you don't have to tell me where we went. I'll figure it out. It's fun though. It's fun. It is kind of best enjoyed with headphones, I feel, though. And preferably, like, on a lower setting. You know, because even you wouldn't really want my voice to be too loud either. You wouldn't want to hear every little detail, you know? Like sometimes the gist of what's going on is enough. It's definitely brightening it up. Brightening it up. Dee, welcome in, hon. Hopefully you're doing good tonight. Hey, Sandry, welcome to the treehouse, dear. Just trying to break up some of this darkness with our white contrast. Welcome in. Yeah, bunnies. I don't think Bunnies ever gets away with people not telling him how awesome his name is. Did I sell the Bob Ross painting? No, I haven't. I don't even have it up for sale. We're gonna have to go back and do our. We're gonna have to go back and do our a brand new one for next month, or for this month actually. It's April already. Our speed run. Our speed run. You're pretty sure there were dishes being washed in your dreams? Well, you know, we can just thank Paintbrush for, you know, bringing that to your attention. He's honestly not being loud. It's just our house is, you can hear everything in our house, so he's really not being loud. I just say that because it's funny. With cleaner hands and brushes. Basically, yeah. It was interesting. My hands were a hot mess. No, I don't know if we're gonna sell that one. I think that one's gonna be kept as a reminder. And then I guess if we want to sell the rest of them, we can put them up. But I think the first one, we're not gonna sell that one. It's nice to keep a progress piece, you know. I didn't think about putting that one up. Hey, stop making sense. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. Yeah, I ended up finding out that my materials I was using was actually not, it was actually not paint thinner. This song is very distracting. This song was very distracting. It was not actually paint thinner. It was, medium? Like paint medium? Which made everything build up quite a lot instead of actually clean the brush, which was kind of frustrating. Hey, Brazzle. Are you in from Lemmy? That's so sweet. Welcome in, dear. I haven't watched Lemmy in so long because he streams in the morning now. I can't remember the last time. Probably the last time I watched Lemmy was when he was streaming at night. It was really good. I'm just kidding. I understand. V. I do. But it was kind of funny how difficult it was to maneuver through that painting. That's why I'm talking about it. Because it was really funny to deal with all the painting trauma. Oh, is it coming out next week? Stop. That's exciting. That's exciting. That is exciting. That's exciting for him. Honestly, that's exciting for him. sure what time it is. I think my boyfriend says though, like, Lemmy finishes streaming. Lemmy is done streaming at like 9 o'clock in the morning, my time. Oh, really? That's alright. That's not a huge deal. Ooh, we only have a few more minutes left. I'm clearly getting a little bit sleepy. So the ASMR field we have must be working if it's working on me, right? I also think the fact that it's freaking hot up here also helps. Bye for now, Mr. Patu. Goodbye, hon. Goodbye. We're about ready to go too, so we'll be finding somebody to read here in a minute or two. I appreciate you being here very much. Why is it hot up here? I'm in the attic. I'm in the attic of the house. So like, all the heat rises up here, which is nice in the winter because it doesn't get, it's kind of nice in the winter because it's at least somewhat tolerable, but also I have terrible windows, terrible old windows, which means I can't like the draft comes in the winter, the draft comes in, so it's cold, but at the same time like it's also nice because all the heat from the house comes up. But during the summer it's kind of super hard because it's in the attic and it gets sweltering hot up here. So it might also be the heat that's just making me extra tired. That's why I'm saying you're gonna see more of my arms here soon as we get to warmer weather. You're gonna see more of my arms. You'd be like, oh, I didn't know Luna had actual arms. I thought she just always wore long sleeves. Which for the most part I do. Unless I'm up here because it gets really hot. But yeah, we're in the attic. We're in the attic of the house. So the tree house is in the attic. The highest point of the house. Wait, you have arms? I know, it's hard to believe. I know, it's okay. It's okay. The art gallery is gonna get rated for swords? You think so? Maybe. I guess you'll take whatever you can get, right? I mean, if you need a sword. Hey, Lorena. Lorena, welcome to the treehouse, dear. It is 10 o'clock at night, so it's time for us to go. But we will, I'll send you off to someone who will take very good care of you, I promise. Hi. I hate to go like right when you pop in, but we've been going for like 4 hours already. And it's my bedtime, so we're gonna start winding up. You're glad you found it both times. I'm glad you found it too. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I'll probably do daytime stream tomorrow to make up for us missing on Tuesday. But we are going to kind of see how we're feeling, right? So keep that in mind. But I might do a bonus stream tomorrow, which might be kind of fun. But it would be during the daytime hours. Hey Maverick, welcome in, dear. So we're gonna send you off. We made quite a bit of progress in our painting. We added white electricity, basically. And we're dancing in some white into our portals, our little white portals, basically, or purple portals. Our, we were calling the blue section a water elemental, and now he's kind of become electric a little bit. He's like water and electric now. But we also have our flames at the bottom. Have little butterflies. So this painting has a lot going on. This is a very energetic painting. People were saying the painting reminded them, I think it was Ghoulie, who said that the painting reminded him of like tower energy. Like if you're familiar with tarot cards, like he was saying that it felt like tower energy. I kind of have to agree. It kind of has a chaos but also a rebuilding aspect to it too. Like there's equally positive as negative, and fire is water, and even electricity is now in here too. So there's a lot of chaotic balance going on in the painting. So I definitely agree with the painting having like a tower kind of feel. But let's go find somebody to raid. Who do we want to raid today? I will make sure it's ASMR. Oh, I know who I want to raid. Bunnies. I don't know if you've ever experienced this streamer, but I think you will really like them, and they're one of my favorites. So we're gonna raid Cosmic Unwind. He also does ASMR. He has singing bowls as well, and he plays very relaxing music. And guaranteed you're gonna learn something. So that's where we're gonna go. We will continue our painting for next time. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Lorena. I appreciate you guys very much. So that's where we're gonna raid. I think he would really appreciate it too. And I genuinely think you guys will like it. So I appreciate you all very much. Thank you so much for being supportive and just being here. Thank you to my mods who help, and everyone who watches and shows support, everyone who subscribes and gives subscriptions. You guys are helping me keep going. Keep going. So I appreciate you all. Hopefully you enjoy the raid, and we will catch you next time. Stay healthy, stay safe, and send love when you can, guys. Send some love to Cosmic Unwind, guys. Good night. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams.